Well guys, today I'm going to get started on the Mahle Clevite Cummins here, and I got the Victor Ryan's gaskets out and everything to get started on this. Well guys, I got the 5.9 Cummins, the Mahle Clevite project, hanging on the engine hoist here, and as what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this rear main seal here and put the seal into the rear main here and get this all done. Then I'm going to end up bolting the stand back onto the motor here, and we're going to continue on with this build here. So I've got the rear main seal here, and I've got the seal that goes into the rear main, and I have the installation tool. You just got to make sure that you drive this rear main into the right direction. If you got it flipped backwards, you're going to leak a little bit of oil. So we're going to put that seal up right there. The installation tool goes there. I'm just going to go ahead and tap her on in. Well guys, I'm going to install this rear main seal here next, and I've got the gasket in place here, and as what I use on both sides of the gasket is some high-tack gasket sealant, and this rear main seal comes with the plastic sleeve here, and this plastic sleeve will expand this seal as you install it on the crankshaft. So I'm going to put that plastic sleeve into the rear main right here. And then as I slide the rear main over the crankshaft, it should go right on there. Once the rear main's installed here, this plastic insulation tool will go away. So we'll get the bolts in here next and torque it up. This rear main here torques down to 7 foot-pounds. So the machine shop installed a sleeve on the front of the crankshaft here, and I'm going to show you my idea of a real sleeve, guys. So I'm going to get this off here. This is about a paper thin sleeve. As soon as I get this off here, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So this is the sleeve that the machine shop installed, and as you can see, it's about the width of a sheet of paper. And the reason why they installed this sleeve right here is because there's a groove worn in the crankshaft from the front seal, from the front cover. And I'm going to show you the type of seal that I'm going to install on this crankshaft here. I've got this Victor Ryan sleeve kit here, guys. I'm going to show you the difference between that sleeve I just pulled off and this sleeve that I'm going to be installing. So here's the seal for the front cover. It comes with the plastic sleeve to install it. Now here's the sleeve for the front for the crankshaft, guys. And the sleeve right here, I'll show you the difference in thickness. This one here is about like a sheet of paper, and this one here is a good 1/16 of an inch thick. And it totally blows this other sleeve away, and the sleeve is a lot wider, as you can see, than the one that the machine shop had installed. So this is the sleeve that I'm going to install on the front of the crankshaft, and this is made by Victor Ryan's. So what I'm going to install next on this 5.9 Cummins here is the front cover, because I want to be able to put the oil pan on this evening. So I've already got the gasket on the front cover, and I've got the tab here to fix the killer dowel pin, and I've got some blue Loctite, and I always put Loctite on the bolts that hold the killer dowel pin on, the cam thrust plate, and then anything that's on the inside the front cover. So anyway, I just put a little dab on there and put it around the bolt, and we're going to install this front cover. So this is a step you definitely don't want to forget before you put your oil pan on. You want to set your tappets and the holes down there before you put your oil pan on, because once you put that on, you're going to have a tough time trying to get them in there with the oil pan on, guys. And then after we put the tappets in there, we're going to slide the camshaft in. So I got some Lucas assembly lube here, and these are the flat tappets that I'm going to install. And one other thing, before you put your oil pan on, you definitely want to make sure you got your pickup tube on there, so you can get oil to your oil pump. Anyway, we're just going to drop those down the motor like that there. This Lucas assembly lube, some pretty good stuff here. Well guys, next we're going to slide the camshaft in, and I've already got assembly lube on the camshaft, and you just want to take it nice and gentle, because you don't want to nick that bearing that's sitting there in the front. Like I said, the Cummins only has one cam bearing. To where you're going to want to start getting your marks on your cam gear and your crankshaft lined up. It's pretty critical right here that you get the gears lined up on your timing marks. This here is the cam thrust plate, and it's going to be torquing down to 18 foot-pounds, and we definitely put Loctite on these bolts here for this cam thrust plate. So you just pull your camshaft back a little bit, get your thrust plate in there on your camshaft, and then you can go ahead and slide your camshaft on in and get your bolts in. Like I said, these torque down to 18 foot-pounds. Next, we're going to put the oil screen on the bottom of the motor here. One of the things that I like to do here is this is the rear main seal that I installed. As you can see, there's a little bit of that gasket sticking up on both sides, and it's going to be the same with the front cover. I like to take a straight razor and cut that off flush. So on this flange right here, I put the gasket on dry, and all these gaskets are Victor Rein's gaskets that I'm using, and I put some Loctite on all four of these bolts, and the reason for that is because I'm going to be turning this motor at 3600 RPM. Stock is 27. Well, here guys, is what I'm doing is I'm putting some high-tack sealant on this pan gasket. I don't plan on being in this bottom end anymore after this, so anyway, our pan's ready to go on now. We're going to go on ahead and put our oil pan on here, guys, and seal this bottom end up. I actually got this oil pan here off of eBay. It was about $130 or $40, something like that, and it's got the extra drain tube over here on the side somewhere, so if I wanted to put twins on there, I wouldn't have to plumb it into the pan. It's already rigged up for twin turbos. And eventually that's what this motor here is going to get, because like I said, I'm going to push about 400, maybe 450 horses out of this Cummins. So next here we're going to get started on putting 36 pan bolts in this pan here. And I've already got the pan sanded down so I could put some paint on it. so that's why it's kind of rough looking. I did pre-sand the pan. So I'm going to run these pan bolts down with my speed wrench and then go back and torque them up to 18 foot-pounds. Anyway, I'm going to save you guys the boredom and we'll skip to the next part. Well, anyway guys, that wraps up the bottom half of the Cummins here, and tomorrow we'll get started on the front, putting the oil pump in and a few things like that as soon as this paint dries. And now that I got them staples out of my knee, I can do a little bit more, and eventually these strips, these surgical strips they put on there will come off my knee. But anyway, here before long I'll be able to do quite a bit more out here in the garage, and we'll really hammer down on this project. So if you hadn't had the chance to subscribe, and we'll see you later guys. Thanks for watching.